Hi guys, welcome back to the check-in. I hope you're all doing good. I hope you're all well. So, I was thinking earlier about just about life really, as most of these videos seem to be about sort of philosophical thoughts and existing really, existentialism, you know, certainly in my life, conflicts. And just the difficulty of getting by in this world. You know, everybody gets to a point in their lives where they feel like they've hit a crossroads, a point where things need to change, things aren't working, things aren't fulfilling you anymore, things aren't making you happy anymore, and just a general feel of just that you feel not so much tied down, but you feel like there's just more you want out of life. There's more you, and that's because of the component of time, and because I'm starting to see aging effects in my face, and I've actually got a filter on here, as you can probably tell, but um, I do that just to sort of make the video look a bit more interesting. But yeah, certainly as you start to see aging effects in your face, and you know, I got a haircut the other day, and you know, there's just grey hair after grey hair, and I don't know, it's just I'm quite a deep thinker, as you can probably tell, and you know, when you see that, and when you're looking at yourself sat there as you're getting your haircut, you know, when you can remember what you looked like 5 years ago, or even a year ago, 10 years ago, especially, or longer. And you know, you're starting to see the change. It's I don't know. For me, it's things like that, like moments in like that in life that stand out, and they just make you suddenly realize the time's running out. You know, that's the scary thing for me is that I know that I could die at any moment. I know that I'm a heartbeat away from death, and that's fucking frightening. You know, that is frightening to think when you think about that. At any moment you could just die. You know, it's frightening. Yet it's humbling because it makes you appreciate life, and it makes you understand the importance of time. I mean, that's why time's a good thing in many ways, because it enables us to structure our lives in a way that hopefully we can get the best out of it. But I was just thinking about reaching a point of where maybe you don't want to completely change everything, but maybe there's some things in life where you feel like you could be doing better, or you just something that you just don't want to do it anymore. Maybe you're bored, maybe you've just had enough. You've had enough of the drama, they've had enough of the crap, the utter shit that you just tolerate for too long. And it's not always anybody else's fault. It's just you as a person. You're just changing, you're just evolving into something. Evolving, whatever. But you know, steadily you're getting older, and of course you obviously with that life experience, and the more life that passes you by, the more that you start to realize things that you should have realized 15 years before. But as I said before, hindsight is both positive and negative, and I guess a lot of life is about the way that the way that you choose to perceive things. But there's just an element of it's just some things that just automatic. And you can say that you won't think about something in a certain way, do something in a certain way, but You know, it's we're just creatures of habit. We know what we know. We do what we do. It's very, very challenging to actually change a lot of the things that we're so comfortable with about ourselves and our lives. But there is a point where we just there's just a point where you just have to move on. There's you know, it's important to move on in life. It's important to change. You don't want to stay in the same place forever. Relationships are a bit of a different thing. I'm not going to talk about relationships, but I just whether it's maybe it is relationship that's something that's maybe you don't want to get out of it. You just want some things to change in it. Maybe you just need some space or separation, or maybe it's nothing to do with that. Maybe it's your family situation. Maybe you need to be apart from your family. Maybe it's you're looking for a new career. You've had enough of the current one that you're in. Whatever the case is, uh, you know, they're just for I'd say for the majority of people, certainly in developed countries that you know have been taught to aim for things and to be ambitious. There's always points of you know complex decision making. You know, it's not as simple as just to make a decision and say, oh well, I'll just go with this route. You know, you've got to think. You've got to really think about the consequences and the actions of what you're doing. Uh, you know, there's something about the skyline here in Thailand. I mean, it's some beautiful, amazing clouds here and landscapes. It's I don't know. It's just something about this, the passing nature of it. You know, the way that the clouds move by so slowly, yet time's ticking away so fast. You know, I don't know, it's just mesmerizing. I love things like that. Things that just really hold you in this grip of reflection and just this ability to just stop what you're doing for a second and just ponder about things that fucking matter. That's the problem now. We're just so focused on just so much shit on, you know, feed and Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever, YouTube, even. You know, we're just so bombarded with just. And there's a lot of amazing things on the internet as well, you know. And the internet overall is probably a pretty good tool to have when you weigh it up. But there's so much stuff out there that's just. And of course, he would decide to start drilling now as I'm making a video. Sorry about that. Talk about timing and time. But anyway, I don't want to ramble on too much about this thing, but yeah, man, if you're facing a crossroads, a situation, you know, think carefully about, you know, what do you have, what are you going to lose if you change things. Sometimes it's worth taking the gamble, but I would say in a lot of cases it's you know, making spare of the moment decision is all going to well in the spare of the moment. You might feel energized, you might feel alive, but you know, a week later, even a day later, or certainly a couple of months, a couple of years later, you know, you're going to regret certain things. And you know, we can all say that we won't have regrets when we get to old age, but pretty much everybody will have at least one regret. You know, and I certainly have regrets about things I've said to my family, and you know, things that I shouldn't have said, and the way I've treated my family and treated my partner and treated my ex and all sorts of stuff that, you know, it's easy to sit there and slag off people, and but in the end it's I'm guilty, as you'll see in the other videos. I've done that. You know, I'm not perfect by any means, not at all. But I do try to reflect on myself and the things I've done, and I do try to. I have a conscience, believe it or not. You know, I do wish things could have panned out better in certain circumstances in life, and I wish that my current situation was better than it is. And which is, you know, it's difficult to understand if you're not me and you're not being in the situation I'm in. And you know, you really need to watch all my videos to understand to some extent who I am and what I'm dealing with and why I'm over here. I'm gonna end this in a moment, but just think carefully about what it is you've got. It might not be worth losing everything. It's probably not worth, be careful about acting on your emotions, because your emotions aren't always the best source of judgment. Let's put it that way. And to be fair, sometimes they are. Sometimes you have to go with you, as you say, your gut instinct, and sometimes you just get intuition, and you need to move on. You need to do something in your life that's making you feel miserable, or it's just not giving you the whatever it is that you need, you want out of life. But do it carefully, because if you don't, you will see. You'll see the consequences. You'll see what happens, and in some circumstances, things will pan out great, and things will pan out for the for the best. And in certain things in life actually do pan out for the best, overall in the long run. But sometimes in the short run, it doesn't appear so. But I'm going to leave it there. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Let's check out, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.